Freeloaders. I'm 3T.
And I'm MikePapaFoxtrot.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at Hitman, which is a stealth video game released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in March 2016. The game follows Agent 47, a contract assassin working for the International Contract Agency, who travels to various locations to eliminate high-profile targets. And these are our first impressions. So, 3T, have you played any Hitman game before?
Well, I was about to say, you said this is our first impressions. I have never played Hitman at all, but you have had some experience, haven't you?
I have. I've played a Hitman game on the PlayStation 3, and I swear I had the case with me just a second ago, and it has literally vanished. And I have also played a Hitman game on the PlayStation 4, and I played like the introductory level, and I have a feeling this might be one of those two games, but I'm not sure. That said, it is an interesting game, and so if it turns out that I have played this before, I will just ease back and let you do all the discovering.
Okay.
After all, you are number one.
That's fine. All right, so let's not hang around anymore. Let's press X to play as the game is telling us.
I am pressing X now.
Connecting, saving, always good. Privacy policy, yep. I better acknowledge that I've read it, or it won't go very much further. So,
yeah, I did go through my. Well, like I say, I did go through my PlayStation saves and setups and delete anything which was called Hitman, so that I get a brand new start. So there's nothing like that starts up, because I wasn't sure which game it actually was.
So does this look familiar at all to you, like the title screen or anything?
Yeah, it does a little bit. It does look familiar, but like it might just be that it has the same design aesthetics for all of them. But yeah, this does look familiar. So,
thrown straight into it.
Like to do?
That seems okay. So use L to move your character. No shit, I would say. Hold L1 to run.
Welcome to the agent program.
Follow the lights.
Okay. You've already got into it. What did you select?
Nothing.
Did you just select load game? Or
oh, sorry. Yeah,
game?
I just went for it. I just carried on. I just pressed X and carried on. Shall I wait for you, or shall I keep walking into the facility?
I don't know. So you are you going to because I've got options for destination, campaign. So you went to campaign, I guess.
I didn't even do that. I've gone straight into a tutorial opening.
Isn't it?
Okay.
I'm Diana.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't think I selected anything.
Someone likes to keep secrets.
I don't remember now. Watching it back will be interesting. All I did was select English text, subtitles on, and then I got thrown into it.
It's possible, of course, that I still have then something loaded into there that I may have done this before. Well, I'm going to select campaign of season 1 and see what happens.
Right.
And the mission that I am selecting will be freeform training.
Tell me, what did it feel like?
We should also say
Random.
this is not just Hitman. This is Hitman the entire first season. So there are different episodes, as you've just described there.
Absolutely, I'm on the episodes now. I now am looking at this, and I can tell you that I have played the freeform training. I recognise it just from the slide, and I've also played the final test. I recommend, if you get a chance, that we go to the freeform training. But what I think is happening right now is you are being tutorialized, whereas I'm not.
I choose him.
May I inquire why?
So what I'm going to do is wait until you're tutorializing is over.
Okay, at the moment it's more of a story than a tutorial. I'm behind two-way glass.
Have you landed on? Have you
We'll
landed
see.
on a heli deck?
Anyone can
Oh yeah,
kill.
I mean, I've been
Walked
indoors. I've
into a
walked down the
facility.
corridor with a
He still
lady.
remembers nothing.
Now
If he does,
I might be
he's
doing
not sharing.
Rorschach tests or something
will
with
check
somebody
up
while
on
some
his
people are
story.
talking about me.
Hospital in Romania.
I'm having
In the
flashbacks.
meantime,
I've obviously
keep him under
skipped around
close
that
watch.
because even though I thought I had deleted them, I may have not deleted the local copy, or I may have deleted only the local copy and not the cloud copy. So. Anyway,
is
I'll let
good.
you describe what's happening then.
This is well, it's interesting because this is the first time I think that either of us have actually played one of the games that we've downloaded in any real way.
Welcome to
So that's
Advanced
good.
Mission
Right,
Training.
there's a boat.
This operation originally took place in
Oh, something about a target.
target was
Cat
Calvin
burglar known
Rizzo.
as the Sparrow.
Infamous cat burglar,
Infiltrate a
also
yacht.
known
Isolate
as
and
the
eliminate
Sparrow.
your target. And
You will need to
exfil all
infiltrate
without
the
arousing
yacht,
suspicion.
Isolate and eliminate your target and exfil.
Have you seen the Hitman movie at all?
Without arousing suspicion.
Yes, I
And
have.
remember-
Is it any
Very
good?
As an ICA agent,
Yeah, it's very
you
good.
are the most dangerous
It's
person
a
in
very
any
good
room.
thing. I mean, I have
But
played
blunt force will get you
Hitman
nowhere in
on
this
the
business. And a true
on the
assassin
PlayStation
never calls attention to
3.
himself.
I've never actually
Good luck,
completed
initiate.
it because basically the PlayStation 4 came along, and that's what actually happened with
As
quite a lot of
previous
games. They
tests have
just got
established,
shelved
you exhibit an
because
unusual
the
level of
PlayStation
enhanced sensory perception.
So-
4 came
Use your
along, which is a
instinct now
real
to
shame.
sense the
So-
position and movement of people around you. and
I've just
identify
been
your
stopped
target.
trying to get onto the boat. Infiltration. You are not allowed on board in your current outfit. You will need to infiltrate the cargo area behind the fence and find a disguise.
Welcome back,
All right,
initiate.
So
fine.
here's the plan, because I've just now started up the yacht campaign.
Yeah.
What we're going to do
this
is
exercise again.
we will play
This
the
time
first
attacking
level,
it from a different
and
Vary your
then
strategy.
we will
Improvise.
break and basically
Have a more detailed
have
go.
a chat, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember where they said I had to find my outfit. I just pressed understood and then...
Oh no, you have to read everything.
Ah,
Otherwise-
reading
because
and talking.
It is. It is a stealth. It is a stealth game. I will tell you that. You can do missions loud, but the main objective is to actually do missions in a quiet sort of way, and this is why I got on quite well with the Hitman game. So I'll give you a clue. Right back where you spawned, did you pick up the lockpick?
No, I've just found that I need one, but I don't know.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Well, you will need one.
Right back where I spawned. I spawned just outside the boat.
Yeah. There was
I
a
didn't-
desk with lots of things on it.
No, there isn't.
There was.
It's not here. I'm on a dock and I'm just looking around.
Okay. There was a little sort of like carton with lots of little things on it.
All right, I'm just going to subdue this mechanic.
That mechanic
Hopefully, it's
is
going
in
to give me a
your way.
button.
Oh yeah, you're going.
Sneak
In
up
that
and
case,
subdue him
you
quietly.
must have the lockpick. You must have picked it up.
No,
So
I
it's
don't,
nice.
because I went to a gate and it said I needed a lockpick to get there. So I'm just going to have a look around. Oh, I earned a trophy called Shh. So I don't have a lockpick, but I have got a mechanic's clothes.
Yeah, you can.
on
There
his
are
clothes.
multiple ways
That's a first.
to do the same
Might just
thing.
work,
So.
though. People do
Just
tend to
very
see
casually
uniforms,
snapped his
not
neck, which
faces.
I'm not sure how I
Be
feel about
cautious,
at the
though.
moment. Okay,
Some
let's
people are
try
more
again.
observant than
Well, you
others.
did have an
Not
option
bad,
to.
initiate. Be advised,
You did have an
initiate.
option to subdue
ICA
him.
clients
So you
rely
Oh, I
on
did,
us
and then I
necessarily.
snapped his
And do
neck
not
afterwards.
expect collateral damage.
Ah, right. Well, there
Before you
go.
move on, I suggest
Well,
you
That's
you
check
what
know.
happens if you push the
Much
wrong
greater
button,
chance
though.
No,
I
of
suppose.
success
no, I
if your
chose it.
actions go undetected.
Oh, all right. So
Toilet
you.
should do the trick.
I'm not sure how I feel
You
about the
chose-
fact that I chose it. That's what I mean. I decided to, and then I thought, But then he is a hitman, so press options to enter the menu. I don't really want to. I just want to carry on, really. But okay. Yeah. Just let me play the game. Let me play the game.
I've just done something suspicious, so I'm just walking calmly away.
Staff
This
entrance.
particular uniform should get you
Just
access
act
through the
normal.
staff
All right. Well,
entrance.
I'm going
Just
through. Hello.
act
My name's
normal.
Dave Hitman. I'm new.
All right there.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
That
So
mechanic
somebody's got
with
his back to
turned,
me,
he's
and
what we
he
call
will
an
see through me.
enforcer.
So I have to
He
either
knows his
avoid him
crew
or
and
kill
he'll
him. I
see
guess.
right through your
Probably
disguise.
avoid.
So stay out of his line of sight.
Do. Yeah, I'm new, mate.
Right.
Locate
Now for the
target.
tricky
Oh,
part.
okay.
Start by locating
Oh yeah, I
your
see the
target.
I see the
Intel
the
suggests he's
snap
around the
neck
bar
option.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you don't have a lockpick either.
Well
I'm
done,
hoping.
Initiate.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Where was it?
It was right at the beginning.
Why at the beginning of what? What, when you dumped in the middle of the docks?
Yeah, well, exactly where I was starting.
Just on the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't. Well, I watch this back and I see a prompt pick up lockpick. I'm going to have egg on my face. So, right, here's my target. He's just had a drink. He's wandering away.
That is your target.
I'm now punching a guard. I'm now
Places crawling
basically
witnesses.
just dealing
I
with a guard.
suggest you follow him. See if you
But
can
he's just
isolate
killed me. I have just died in the tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I basically tried to pick a door in front of
To be
everybody,
expected.
which
It is
is
private
Yeah, you're
Probably
better off
not
just
as
getting
good
the
as it is.
disguise.
If
Oh, I did have the
assimilation is the name of
disguise,
your
and then
game,
I picked the door
there's
in
an
front of them with the
disguise.
disguise,
Every
and of
challenge
course
you face
that
can be overcome
is
in
a
multiple
little bit
ways.
suspicious.
Complete this
I
exercise
need
again.
a new disguise because they don't let mechanics
There are your
in
strengths.
the upstairs area. So now I've got to go and find somebody on their own that I can subdue, I guess. Disguise yourself. Oh, as a
So
yacht crew member.
Basically, there was a container right in front of me. I've just stepped forward and I've picked up the ICI remote, which is an illegal item apparently, and I picked up a lockpick, and I'm also picking up a coin. And I have a suspicion that the coin is going to come in handy for doing something. What I want is to get a gun and just shoot everybody, but that's the loud way of doing it. So
Well, I have a
let's not
wrench
do that.
instead, and I'm going to throw it at this guy.
And I've just worked out how you got in without lock picking. You went
That's
through
gonna
the
leave a
little
mark.
window, which was
Good
quite
thing we have
interesting.
insurance.
And now I'm going to subdue this guy again
Okay. Unlike mechanics, the cabin
without
crew is
snapping
allowed
his neck
upstairs
because
access.
I'm not a
I
vicious
see what you're
murderer.
getting at.
I'm a hitman.
Look, you can't guarantee that they're not going to wake up and shout. Oh, I can get into a freezer.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know why I need to be in this
Yeah,
freezer,
you
but I am. No, I'd rather see men in their pants and drag them around all over the place. Okay,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
it's my kind of game now. Right, let's go and see if they'll let me upstairs. Now I'm clearly an assassin with a barcode on the back of my head, dressed as a yacht crewman.
How are you, sailor? Man of the sea.
I may have just been
The target's private deck. Now
been
we're getting
caught
somewhere.
again.
Ah, but according to
That's
intel,
interesting.
Ritter is another enforcer who picks his own cabin.
Okay, so Ritter will
so
know
tread carefully.
that I'm not his cabin crew. So is there another way around to him, or do I need to do anything different? How you doing? What's going on in here?
I am being shot at again, which is interesting, and I'm already dead again.
This is very unlike you. Normally it's the other way around.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more aggressive.
Fair enough.
Hi there, cadet.
Ritter knows his crew. You can hide in plain sight. Ah, by
The target
blending in
will
behind the
spot you
bar.
if he gets you
Understood.
floating back and
Let's
to
go
eavesdrop
and
on his
work the
conversation.
bar.
Try and find a way to blend in.
Do-do. Blend in is my instruction on the screen.
Already?
All right, blending in,
Blend
sir.
in.
Making us look bad. Chew your food, why don't you?
Blending in, I see. Well done, Initiate.
Can I throw a bottle at his head or something and then just jump off the edge?
Oh, no thank you. No.
I'm trying to remember
Not
how I
before
did
6.
this the first
My
time I
wife
did it,
is
and I
very
can't
insistent
remember.
about that rule.
My sympathies.
Do-do-do.
So,
Blending in.
Excellent timing. I just had the
Blending in.
computer set up in my office. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay,
please.
again, for the third
Lead the
time,
way.
I'm going to
Nice
subdue Mr.
impression.
Guy
If we win,
without
you can fix me a
breaking his
drink.
neck.
Anyway,
For a third
sounds
time.
like Ritter is about to have a
Well,
private
why wouldn't
meeting
you?
with
If the
gentlemen
option's there, why
knights.
wouldn't you just do it?
This could be useful.
Because he's innocent. We're trying to only kill the idea. The idea of doing a stealth run is to only get the guys you want.
Please be
But
careful.
I'm a hitman.
Someone is being suspicious of you. Well, that's nice, but I'm just going to...
Clearly, Ritter
Oh,
doesn't
what?
want to
I've
be
been
disturbed.
compromised again.
Try sneaking
How?
round the
I
back.
just walked by a guy. This is
I
not
have to say, I
funny.
feel a lot better about myself. Attention gained. Someone is becoming suspicious of you. Okay.
I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide in a cupboard. I'm hiding in a cupboard.
Break into the office.
On my
Oh, I
usual
see.
scene.
There's a way in through this window.
Give up, mister.
Is there a sneak button? Nobody's told me a sneak button yet.
Well, not just a reactor.
Oh, cover. Excellent.
Good
So I am
work.
trespassing. It's
Now
nice
we
to be
play the
told these
waiting
things.
game.
So where are you? Are you on the boat yet?
I'm on the boat, yeah, but I'm hiding in a cupboard with a guard. A guard is pointing a gun at me. Combat has been selected.
How the hell did you manage that?
I don't know. I'm
Now's
inept.
your chance. Use your silent pistol
But
with the client
at the moment, I'm working out how to step out of this cupboard and literally disarm this guard, take the gun from him and shoot him, because I'm afraid he's already pointed a gun at me, therefore he is a valid target as far as I'm concerned. However,
target is down.
there is another
hit combat.
red circle fairly close, so I'm going to have to be quick.
Towards an exit.
So let's...
Right, so I'm just heading off
The
to my
red car
exfil
marks
point,
your
and I'm assuming
exfiltration.
somebody's going to find that
Simply
guy and
push
come
the
and
button and
stop
you're
me
in the
before I get off, so I get a bit more action. But never mind, I'm just still going to find my way back down the stairs. I can't remember, my directions, my sense of direction is appalling. This was the stairs, wasn't it? Here we go.
Okay, I am just... I'm trying to hit this guy. There we go.
You're having a much more exciting time than I am.
Well, I have just... let me just close this door so they can't find me. Oh, will you go down and stay down? Don't make me break your neck.
I'm just going to drag this guy. I left his body a little bit of a conspicuous place. There we go.
Oh, this is all gone really wrong. I was suddenly outnumbered. I was having a fight with two guys.
Well, we've at least got very different ways of playing the mission, which will make for a fun video.
So you are still on board the boat then?
No, I'm heading to my car. I've just got into my exfiltration vehicle, I think.
So you've literally exfilled already.
Yeah, I shot the guy in the back of the head and just made my way calmly off the boat.
Done, initiate.
Oh,
I guess my hunch
oh
was
dear.
right.
Why haven't I
look
done
forward
that?
to the test.
And Unseen Assassin, I got a trophy.
Okay, interesting. Unseen assassin.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been seen so many times.
How did you know?
Or maybe that's
I
the
should be
trophy you'll
snapping.
get.
Talent.
Highly visible
Maybe I should-
assassin.
Such skills and reflexes.
Maybe I should be snapping
They could
people's
only be
necks.
the
That's what I
result
should be doing.
of previous
Clearly it
training.
worked for me.
Power like that, with no moral restraint.
See, I bet
could
your
be
guys woke
dangerous.
up and
I
looked,
thought
came
that
looking
was
for
wrong
you.
the point, sir.
All agents have weak spots.
No
This
witnesses.
round,
That's what I say.
Pressure points to keep them in check.
Yeah, I'm now back on
This
board
one.
again. For I don't know how
Perhaps it
many
would be
times.
better to just
Okay, so when you get to the end of the
Give me a
tutorial
chance,
mission,
sir.
that's probably the time
Give him a
to
chance.
call this first
I will
part
take full
and
responsibility.
then go off and have a bit of
well.
playtime doing some
Well,
more
we
missions
can,
and things.
We can end the tutorializing anytime you need to. How can I get him? Oh, I can put some poison or something in his drink, probably. Can't I?
What are you playing the same mission as me? Are you behind the bar, so that
As
blending
an
in?
ICA agent, every challenge you face
no.
can be overcome in multiple ways.
I'm about to do
Complete
an
this
illegal
exercise
action,
again.
so I'm
This
just
time
going to walk
attacking it
away.
from a different angle.
Apparently, standing in a high
Vary your
visibility
strategy.
vest,
Improvise.
trying to
will be
trying to
watching.
put poison in someone's drink is considered to be a high visibility action. Oh, I'm in the kitchen.
I've just worked out why it's different, because now I finished that first time, it's telling me to do it again, but improvise, and one of my options is poison the target with rat poison.
Didn't your mama teach you manners?
So
Okay,
I got it, and there, now I've got a lockpick. This makes sense. So because you had done the very
right.
first one... Right.
All right, that's fine then. Now I don't feel quite so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, a hammer. There's a hammer. I can hammer people to death. That would be great.
So now I've got a lockpick. I'm going to try and go through this gate over here and see what happens.
Poison missing, so I need to find some poison. I suppose I should get rid of this body, really. How do I get rid of this body? I can snap his neck. I won't snap his neck, though, because, you know, that's not fair, really. But I can drop him in the dumpster. So I'll drop him in the dumpster. You can be on ice there, mate. I am now, I believe, I am now an officer on board this boat, and I can probably go anywhere I like, so that's nice.
Right, so I'm trespassing, and I am quite likely to be caught this time.
So I've just got to stay away from members of the crew. That's all I've got to do, because they will get suspicious of me, and I need to find my target. Where is my target? Poison a glass of red wine. Where was the poison? Did I actually pick up the poison? That's the question. Okay.
Right,
Now
so
I understand why you had an easier time, because I was like, how is it so easy? Because it's quite difficult.
I've just distracted a guy with a coin so I can go past him, and I've got that unlocked a challenge, spare change. Weapon crates. Oh. If weapons are found lying around, a guard will place them in a box like this. That will keep him busy. Is there any weapons in there? No. Fine. I don't think this has got me any closer to getting on the boat, though.
Let's not open the door while we're rifling through a bloody weapons crate. That's a very silly thing to do. That's a little bit silly.
Piss, I've been found trespassing. Time to run!
Welcome to what I was doing just a minute ago.
Combat. Let's turn off the fuse box and get in this door. Oh, how do I combat? Oh, no, I don't know. Ah, square. Kidney punch. Head smash. Oh, I'm not going to pay for anything, mate.
Can't knock people out like that. You'll pay for this.
I'm going to run for it, though. Ah, being shot at. Okay, now I understand exactly what you were doing. Hey, mate, I'm going to subdue you and have your clothes. Snap neck.
I have just been discovered, and they're now searching for me.
Yeah, no shit. You just said you're not a real mechanic. Yeah, funny that.
Hey, you're not safe. Get out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Guess he didn't seem to draw that hair.
Right, I seem to be in some kind of crouch, and I don't know how to get out of it. Oh, there we go. Right, I'm just hiding in a toilet. Does it wear off? Does the time they look for you wear off?
I am just changing to a security guard.
Right. Okay.
Did he just, like, disappear?
I am now a security guard.
They're hunting for me. There's a guy outside the door because I've got that weird X-ray vision thing. I guess all orange people are a bit suspicious of me. But now I'm going to have to go and find myself another... Oh, he knows! Run for it!
I'm so annoyed because my target is in the same room as me, but I can't do anything about it because I'm outnumbered. I currently could kill him, but I'm waiting for the security guards to go away. Once they go away...
I should have used my special vision to work out where people were before I started doing like run and hide stuff. I need to subdue a security guard, and that way I can steal his clothes, I guess, can I?
Oh, damn.
Hey, stop the strangle! Run!
Run away, run away, run away.
Gunshot! We gotta see where that came from. Yeah. Talk to me. What's going on? Wake up.
Ow. Whoa, okay, I'm going to be dead because I'm taking lots of bullets. I'm dead. Right.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Well, is this a good time to pause our first
A
impressions?
recording and then come back and actually have a go. But what are you thinking so far then?
I'm intrigued. I'm not normally a big fan of stealth games, but I'm willing to give this a good go.
All right, so we will leave it there, and we will return after many hours of probably frustration and annoyance and shouting. But for you, it will be momentarily, and then we will give you our
full impressions. So, after a week of playing or having access to Hitman, Mike, what did you make of the game?
Well, I actually love the game. I have actually loved the game for quite some time because I've actually had it on my PlayStation for at least a year, because the first two missions, which one is like a training mission and one is like a final test, they were free to download for a very long time, and then you only paid for the additional missions. So for me, I've enjoyed it immensely, and having access to new missions. Not that you would know I've had this on my PlayStation for a long time when you look at the video footage. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really got along with it, and I have played previous Hitman games, and I like the stealth game. Like the previous Hitman game that I played on the PlayStation 3 was called Hitman Absolution. And I have the Nordic Special Edition, believe it or not. And this was nice. This is my cup of tea. What about you? What did you make of it?
Got a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, I'll be honest. It's a lot of trial and error, and I don't think I've got a lot of patience for it. I'm never much of a sneaker. I like just being able to run into a situation and do my thing and get out. So I enjoy the puzzle aspect of it, because there is a lot of that. But it's not something I would... saying that, I did spend a lot of time, because I kept pressing just retry. Like, just keep... I'll have another go. I'll have another go. So I've invested more time into it than I thought I would. But it's a frustrating replay value for me, rather than a pleasurable one. So I appreciate it. I did enjoy what I did, but there is a lot of frustration to it. It's more just now I have to try this instead. And eventually, every session devolves into me just pulling out the nearest weapon and going and taking on some guards, just to get rid of any frustration that I've built up in my failed attempts at being sneaky. So yeah.
Well, there is an ability to actually like get to a certain point and hit save, and then save that point, and then go on a sort of a vicious, murderous rage, and then reload from that point, and then take it seriously. So there is that flexibility, because they do get frustrating, and there are some false positives in there. But also, it's not, as I think we discovered, it's not a game you can play while you're having a conversation with someone else, because you have to be listening to the clues. I mean, in the yacht mission, which I think serves more as now you've had the controls, now let's play it with a little bit more jeopardy. The thing with that is that it doesn't have quite that extra little bit of you have to listen, because it's again, your hand is being held. That is the training mission. But the final test in the hangar, you do have to listen to the security guards, and at that point you have to concentrate. And I think that's where the enjoyment of this game comes, when you're trying to sort of tick the boxes because you get little challenges
Yeah.
that you have to try and achieve.
Oh, yeah, I like
and
it.
I think that's where the fun comes in. But I do like the fact that you can just save at any time and say, "That's it. I'm going to take the Kalashnikov off this guy and go on a killing."
I do the flexibility for, you can try it this way, like the idea that there's always multiple solutions, and technically you could go in hot, and if you're good enough you could just do it all balls to the wall, but it's just a little bit frustrating, and it's not my kind of gaming style, although I do appreciate having it and having given it a proper go. I mean, hidden catches, I didn't see anything. I mean, because basically what the free aspect of it is, we were discussing before, is more the season pass kind of thing. Because did you say that the actual Hitman engine is free anyway? Is that right?
Well, the actual Hitman engine has been free for at least a year,
right?
And that included the yacht mission and the actual hangar final test mission, which I have actually completed a couple of times in a couple of different ways. Not that you would realise from watching the very first. But I have done it, and I have done it loud, where I've ended up basically locked in the airbase commander's toilet, basically killing all the soldiers as they come running in until there was nobody left, and then just calmly walked over and killed the guy I needed to kill. And I have also done it in a very, very exciting, stealthy way. So I've done that both. And again, I always planned to come back, and then other things came up on my dashboard, and I just never got round to even thinking about buying the season pass. I haven't also played the campaign. There's a campaign in there, and I don't know if it's a campaign, or if we're just playing like the levels. So I noticed that had unlocked, and on the PlayStation 3 version, the Hitman Absolution, I was playing the campaign, and I'm about halfway through that. And like I said, other things then just get in the way because it's not really a pick up and play game, as I noticed, because I haven't played it for a long time, and because I didn't get the initial handhold that you got on yours. I had to guess the controls, and so I was kind of stumped for a while trying to work out how to get out of crouch.
They're reasonably intuitive, though.
How to put my weapon away.
Yeah,
they're reasonably intuitive, but in order to, it was like I crouched. And then I was like, "How do you get out of crouch mode?" And and then how do I holster a weapon? Oh my god, I'm walking around with a weapon. How do I holster a weapon? And eventually I worked it out again. But like I said, it's a game where I think you have to play it regularly, and you have to take it seriously. You can't. It's not a pick up and have fun game, unless of course you're going to go, as you say, what was it? Balls to the wind,
balls to the wall,
balls to the wall.
I mean, there's I spent a lot of time walking around with the latest thing I was going to either throw at somebody or put in somebody's drink, just quite happily wandering around with like rat poison in your hands or a wrench or whatever. But yeah, it's only really guns that will cause suspicion. Well, actually, it's just bumping into the right people, isn't it? But I think so. There's no real hidden catches. What we've essentially been given this month is the DLC as part of our package. I think we've talked,
which I think was released. I think was released one mission at a time over a period of time.
Yeah.
So we've just suddenly caught up with the whole thing. So
if there is any catch, it's more just that you have to leave it overnight. And actually, this is the first download that I've done that has been overnight and most of the next day, just letting it do its thing. Well, I say most of the next day. I went to work and I came back and it was finished. But it's the first one that hasn't done overnight because there were so many maps, and that's brilliant value as far as I can tell, which we'll come back to in a bit. I think we've talked about overall fun. I think it's kind of obvious how we feel. What about similar games? Anything you've played that it reminds you of, or have you've played other Hitman games anyway? You said so. What would you compare it to?
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like any kind of stealth puzzle game, really. I mean, to a certain extent. Deus Ex is got that same sort of, you can play that in a stealthy kind of way where you've got a few extra superpowers. I quite enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 had some quite nice tack-on missions at the end that were quite nice, where you kind of had to sort of like, you know, stealth your way with a sniper rifle through the underbrush marshiness of Chernobyl, and or the sort of Siberian wilderness, getting to that little village, where you could do that quiet or you could do that loud.
Yeah.
So it's any kind of game like that, really. And I mean, I'd say I would like really to sort of, I mean, it is like any puzzle. It's a puzzle solving game. I mean, that's what it actually is. And it's a stealth game, but also it's a shooting game. I mean, it's at the end of the day, your objective is to eliminate the target and cause as little collateral damage as possible, unless you've decided that your job is to eliminate everyone. So it's a fairly flexible game, but they're the ones that sort of spring to my mind. I mean, what it definitely isn't is it isn't your shooter game. It isn't designed to be a shooter game. If you suddenly have to get into a rapid fire shooting game, it isn't that. I mean, I can't even remember if there's a run function in it. I haven't found it. You seem to walk everywhere.
Yeah, you can hold down one of the shoulder buttons and run, because I was doing that quite a lot.
There is a run, because I just, like I said, I struggled to remember the controls, and now that's good to know, because a couple of times it would have been nice to have run. So it isn't. But that said, it isn't a run and gun game, really. It's not designed to be a run and gun game, but it equally will perform as a run and gun game if you're good enough in that sort of thing. I mean, if you're good enough. It sort of reminded me a little bit of sort of when you are a little bit of Red Dead, really, when you're sort of like shooting, because it's that third person, and it's got a little bit of the Grand Theft Auto sort of third person shooting mechanics in there, but it's not really designed for that, because it's supposed to be more of a thinking game, but they've left it sandboxy enough and flexible enough that, you know, you want to do it loud, you go loud, but, you know, you're supposed to do it quiet, because that's what the campaign is probably going to teach you.
Well, it's the Metal Gear Solid thing, really. That's the thing I compare it to, and I never got on with Metal Gear Solid either, for the same reasons. I don't really want to spend 10 minutes hiding in a box or having to sneak around too much, because I just want to get on with it, and I know that is the point. The point is have fun, being sneaky. It's a stealth game, and it just doesn't suit me, but I respect it because it's bloody well made. What is it? Well, what is it not like? Is you've already said it's not like your typical run and gun shooter. It's very much its own thing. It is in the stealth genre, but it's very much its own thing.
I would struggle to compare it to anything, and also to not compare it to anything, because it's like a lot of games these days. There's a lot of crossover. I mean, it's not Fortnite.
No,
not that I've played
That's
Fortnite.
Probably the polar
I've stood
opposite.
Behind enough people playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Okay. So, in your opinion, is it worth the hard drive space and the time you put into it?
Yes, definitely. I mean, like I said, I've had the engine on my PlayStation for a long time. I did have to re-download the engine. I noticed it re-downloaded it. So obviously there's a new enough version that it just said, let's download all of it, not just update it. So like I said, it's been there for a while. So yeah, I think it was, and it appeared to be a very big download. I didn't actually check how big it actually was.
There's a lot of different parts. So that's
did seem to take a lot of space up.
That's
and I would say that I think it has, and I will be definitely coming back to it, and definitely playing over the coming weeks. But again, the thing is, you have to play consecutively. I don't think it's one that you can just pick up, play, and then put down and then come back to like maybe 4 or 5 weeks. later, and then sit there and try and remember what the controls are, because I think that knowing the controls will make it more satisfying. According to my PlayStation, it's about 60 gigabytes that we downloaded, so not too bad.
No,
not too bad.
Not terrible
too bad at all. No, not too bad. It's basically the same size, more or less, as Mafia 3.
Yeah.
So there you go, and a little bit smaller than Grand Theft Auto. And Black Ops 3, they are both basically 70 gigabytes. So, yeah, it's a big game, but it's not super massive by today's standards. So that's the way I look at it. What about you? You worth about downloading time? I mean, for you, it seemed to be a long download. I mean, it's now you know it's as big as Mafia 3.
I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. I'm not going to be getting rid of it straight away. But, yeah, I can't see myself playing it very much either. It's good, but if something else comes along and I need the space, then it won't be reserved on the dashboard. I mean, here we go. I think because we've both had very different experiences with it. Would you have paid for it?
Well, here's the funny thing. If I was going to pay for it, I would have probably bought it a year ago.
And there you go. Yeah.
and the thing is, I don't know why I didn't buy it. I think it was because I got enough fun out of basically playing the final mission. But I was sort of on the fence about actually buying it, even though it is my cup of tea. But again, it's because I've got quite a lot of games that keep getting in the way. I mean, I've got a pile of games I haven't played for the PlayStation 3. It's the reason why there's a PlayStation 3 jacked up into the system. And I mean, I've got like Batman Arkham City and Batman Arkham Asylum, which I haven't even put in yet. And I'm still halfway through Hitman 3. And it's just there's so many games, and as much as I like this PlayStation Plus free game, a few free games a month, it does get in the way as you get less and less time to actually play things. So it's going to stay on my system. Would I have bought it? Well, I think if I was going to buy it, I would have bought it a year ago, or when I got it. But would I buy it? Maybe at an incredibly reduced price, like an actual game with all. Probably I would, as some kind of legacy game, because I do go back to older games. I do occasionally spin up the Wii and put a game in the Wii which I haven't played for a long time. I do go back to older games, and so it would be nice to have it all on a disc. Rather than this sort of like come and go virtual world that we live in today. But I'm going to say, from my actions will speak louder than my words at this point. And I have to say, hand on my heart, no. What about you?
Nah. So, this is 3T.
And this is MikePapaFoxtrot, and we were looking at Hitman, that is currently freeloadable from the PlayStation Network for February 2019.